I believe that the time is coming for the graph's native token called GRT. And I think that GRT during the next bull run could hypothetically at least go to the price of $5. And even though that is not financial advice, and even though that is not a guarantee, here are the reasons why I think it could very well happen. First of all, I think that the graph is fundamentally spectacular. I think it serves such an amazing purpose. And let me show you what I'm talking about. The graph is an open source software used to collect, process, and store data from various blockchain applications. And this right here is done to facilitate information retrieval. And the primary goal of the graph is to help developers use relevant data to increase the efficiency of their decentralized application. The graph analyzes and gathers blockchain data before storing it into various indices. And these indices right here are called subgraphs. And this right here allows any application to send a query to its protocol and receive an immediate response. And by the way, queries are posed through decentralized applications through something called GraphQL. And GraphQL, by the way, is a widely used language that was originally created by Facebook to gather data for a user's news feed. However, it doesn't end there because anyone can use subgraphs to power applications across 40+ networks, which by the way include Polygon, Ethereum, Moonriver, Moonbeam, Phantom, Avalanche, Harmony, and much more. The graph is currently being utilized by popular Ethereum decentralized applications such as Aave, Curve, and Uniswap as well. So with that being said, I think it is fair to assume that the graph serves such an amazing purpose. I think it has very strong fundamentals. And here's the thing, the graph in my opinion is doing very well as of right now, statistically speaking. For example, on the graph network, there's currently over 200 indexer nodes, which I find very impressive. In addition, on the graph network and hosted service, there has been over 1 trillion queries served. And also on top of that, there's even over 45,000 projects as well, which I think is a very mind-blowing statistic. So really, when I take a look at the graph from top to bottom, I think it is A+. Statistically, it is so spectacular, and the use case is very amazing. And personally speaking, I think a major catalyst, which could very well allow the graph to reach great heights in the future, is the fact that I do think that the blockchain technology market has a lot of potential. In fact, by 2030, the blockchain technology market is expected to exceed $1.4 trillion in size, which I think is insane. And I think that moving forward, as the blockchain technology market continues to grow, I think so will spectacular projects much like the graph. And in my opinion, a major contributing factor, which could very well allow the graph's native token called GRT to attain the price of at least $5 during the next bull run, is the fact that I think that the next bull run could look so legendary. And here's my rationale. As of right now, we have over 420 million people around the world owning cryptocurrencies. And just to put this number into perspective, when we take a look back in time, in 2021, during that massive bull run, at that time, there was roughly only around 300 million people owning cryptocurrencies. So just imagine this, if the 2021 bull run looked that huge with roughly only around 300 million people owning cryptos, just imagine how massive the next bull run could very well be, especially now that we have over 420 million people owning cryptos. In my opinion, when you have that many people owning cryptos, during the next bull run, the amount of FOMO, buying pressure, and buying volume could very well be through the roof. And especially when I consider just how massive the next bull run could be, I do think that during the next bull run, Bitcoin could very well attain the price of at least $100,000. And of course, that's not a guarantee, but I think if that were to happen to Bitcoin, I think at that point, the altcoin season would just be absolutely ridiculous. And I think that when altcoins start rallying during the next bull run, I think so will fundamentally spectacular cryptocurrencies, much like GRT. So overall, when I consider just how incredible the graph is, and when I consider just how massive the next bull run could be, I don't see why the graph's native token called GRT won't go to the price of at least $5. At least that's the way I take a look at it. I think there are so many positive contributing factors which could very well allow GRT to attain great heights during the next bull run and at least go to the price of $5 and surprise a lot of people. And of course, that's not financial advice and that's not a guarantee, but I am so bullish on the future of the graph. I think it is so unbelievably spectacular. And if you want to check out a very interesting video, make sure to go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. It's a very fantastic video and I think you all would really love it.